Right now, Democratic Senator Joe Manchin is working with the Republican Party on an infrastructure package. Now that seems a little odd, right? I mean, we already have an infrastructure package. We have a $2.3 trillion infrastructure package. It has a funding mechanism built into it. We have, if Joe Manchin was working with Democrats, the number we need to pass it via budget reconciliation. So why on God's green earth is Joe Manchin working with the Republicans on a new plan? Oh, by the way, what is in their new plan? Because as we all know, Republicans came out last week with their infrastructure plan, which was actually just a page and a half of bullet points of things we could do. It had no funding mechanism. It had no real idea on how to work on infrastructure. Just a couple of pages they printed out and said, boom, here's infrastructure plan. Because they have no ideas because they're idiots. And Joe Manchin is looking at this situation saying, I know that this infrastructure plan, obviously in addition to the infrastructure itself, the roads, the bridges, the railways, all things like that need updating, it does that. It updates the energy grid. It creates hundreds of thousands of new jobs. Provides $400 billion in elder care for an aging U.S. population that does not have enough caregivers to take care of them. Provides all of these wonderful things. And Joe Manchin says, yeah, you know what? Because I'm not okay with raising corporate taxes a little bit, I'm going to go work with the obstructionist party on a plan that's worth anywhere, according to reports, between $600 billion and maybe $1 trillion. So worst case scenario, it's cut by more than half. Worst case scenario, it's a quarter of what Joe Biden was going to spend, which actually wasn't even enough to do all the things that we need to do here in the country. Joe Manchin is worse than a Republican. We expect this from Republicans. We expect this from the party of no, the party of stupid, which is what the Republican Party has become now. And to be honest, nobody's shocked at Joe Manchin doing this because honestly, we expect it from him too. He's playing hardball for literally no reason. A majority of people in this country, including a majority of Republicans, actually support Biden's infrastructure plan, including the increased taxes on wealthy Americans and corporations. Whole country, left, right, and center, majority of them say, yes, we want to do this. And then Joe Manchin says, I know it's popular. I know it's necessary. Screw it. I'm going to go work with Republicans because I'm just a piece of crap human being. And he is. Joe Manchin is a piece of crap, a walking, talking, anthropomorphic piece of garbage is what Joe Manchin is. Because there's no reason for him to do this. And that's why I say he's worse than a Republican. Republicans are opposed to it because it's a Democratic plan. That's a stupid reason to be opposed, but at least they have a reason. Joe Manchin doesn't even have that. He doesn't even have a made-up thing as to why he doesn't like this. He's obstructing for the sake of obstructing. He's trying to play both sides because the man is a coward that doesn't have the balls to stand up for anyone in this country other than himself.